welcome to Data Science Using Python. This is going to be on Scatterplots Part 3. Okay, we're going to pick up where we left off last time. Right here's where the code is. If you don't remember this, you might want to go back to the last video and look at it and see what you think of it and get the code there. Basically what we're after is to jazz up our picture. So here's a bad picture, but we want to jazz up our picture. Here's what we ended up with last time. Okay, this is where we ended up. Now what we want to do is jazz this up a little bit more. And how we're going to do it is we're going to look at specific things. So I'm going to work on the first one here. So the first one I'm going to do is I want to change a few things. I want to make marker equals, and I'm going to put in here, let's say, a plus sign. Right now that 0 is standing for something, and that is a specific marker symbol, and you can shorten them up. But if I use a color statement, I can get other colors. So if I did blue, and here I need a line style of none. And these are the things that I need to play with. Now if I run this here, let's see what happens. Okay, so I get blue plus signs everywhere. This line style equals none. Otherwise, it's going to connect the dots like it did on the last picture that I had when I popped up. So here's what you're going to do is you can play around. There are tons and tons of these particular symbols that you can play with. They're pretty easy to do. You just have to kind of try them. But I'm going to leave it as marker is this. And let's say what happens if I put in 8. Why 8? Well, I know what's going to happen. And if I do this and run it, the points, they're not circles, they're octagons. And if I use the small letter P, I can run this, and the shapes will change to pentagons. And if I use a capital P, I can get, let's see here, a big bold plus sign. Okay. I can use X, and we'll see what happens there. I can get an X, and if I use a capital X, come over here and type in a capital X, I can get a big bolded X. If I use a capital D, this is what I can come up with. Let's see what that does. Oh, I get a diamond. Okay. So I'm starting to learn how to play with these. And if I use a little d, let's see what happens. I get a thinner. Okay. So the idea here is, and I'm going to purposely copy and paste this in. So I have a little website open over here. I'm going to copy and paste the URL. This is the documentation for the markers. Okay, so this will tell you what markers you can and can't use, and you'll see there's a huge list of them. I'm not going to show it on the screen right now because I actually want you to go out and look at it to see what's available for you. Okay, there's also, we want to play with some colors. Okay, and notice I typed in here color blue, and I actually used the word blue. And we want to see what other words we could use. So what if I wanted purple? Can I type in purple? And see what that does. And sure enough, I get purple. And there's a website that has a whole bunch of colors that you can use just by typing in the name of the color. And I'm going to put that down here as well. I know they're not clickable, but I'll try to put them in the description below as well. So this has the color name color, so you can have a bigger palette than if you just use like R and K. Those are very short. There's only like 8 of them that you can pick, and one of them's white. So you probably don't want to use that. But with the named colors, you can pick all kinds of weird colors. If you go to that website and look at it, you can type in maroon, and let's see what pops out. You change your picture, and it changed it to maroon. You may not be able to see that. Let me try to pick one that might stand out a little bit more. There's lime. See what that one does. And the idea is take a little bit of time and just play with these. You know, you by playing with these, you get an idea of what you are capable of doing. So that's where I tell people, go take these things, play with them a little bit, and then you can actually see what you maybe want to actually do with these things. Let's see here. There's a royal blue. So we started off with blue. Let's go to royal blue. So royal blue. And you can run this, and we'll get back to a blue, but it's a different blue than we had before. Okay, so the basic idea here is I'm trying to get you into using these tools for data science. That's my goal here. However, you can take the extra effort in seeing what you're capable of. What do you have available to you by looking at these two websites below, and this will really help you out in learning how to develop your pictures. Now, in the next video, what we're going to do is we are going to look at adding a legend to this, and things are going to get really weird really quick. So this code isn't going to be exactly the same code as we had last time. So just keep that in mind. We're going to take a stab at it a little bit easier than what we're doing here because the syntax changes considerably. But we'll save that for the next time, and I will see you there.